Hello friends, welcome back to the cottage. So as of tomorrow, we'll have been here for exactly 3 months, and I wanted to celebrate by finally showing you around the house. When we moved in, I filmed a story time video about how we found the cottage, and I will link it here in case you're interested in watching it. But to summarize, we are renting an 1830s cottage, and we love it so much. However, there are a couple of little quirks about living in such an old home, and it is a bit small. So we had to come up with a few creative solutions to make it work for us, and I will share some of those with you today. So right now we're in the living room, and I'll show you around this room first. I have my bookshelf behind me. Don't worry, those are battery operated candles. They're not real. So the bookshelf is still a little bit empty. I'd like to add some more books to it, but overall I tried to organize everything by genre. On the top I have nonfiction and my journals, and then I have cookbooks and classics sprinkled throughout, and fantasy of course. And I also have my crystal terrariums on my shelf, and I will link the video where I made these in case you would like to make one too. And I really wanted to highlight my favorite books on the bookshelf. I have my Rifle Paper Company editions of classics right here. This is just miscellaneous books on this shelf. I have to show you this though, I just got this. This is the Barnes & Noble edition of the Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. It's the prettiest cover I've ever seen. And then to the side of the bookshelf, we have this cabinet where we store our record player and records and candles and other household items. I got this lantern from IKEA, and I just think it's so magical and whimsical. We ended up deciding to do a day bed instead of a couch. This is actually a stackable twin bed unit from IKEA. So we keep it like this 99% of the time, but when we have friends and family come to visit, we just take the top bed off and it becomes either 2 twin beds or 1 larger bed. And before we got this, we had been looking into futons and we couldn't afford any of them. And then we found this, and it's so much more affordable, and we also really love the style of it too. Opposite the bookshelf, I have my food photography shelf on this wall. I do a lot of food and product photography for work, and this shelf helps me keep all of that stuff organized, although it does look pretty messy. And then opposite the daybed, we have a storage closet, and we have our bathroom. When you first walk in the front door, the living room is on the right, and then the kitchen and dining area are on the left. So there are only a few cabinets in the kitchen, and I cook all the time and I have a lot of cooking stuff, so a big challenge we had was figuring out how to add more kitchen storage. So we ended up getting a kitchen cart with cabinet and drawer space, as well as some extra countertop space for our microwave and coffee maker and kettle. And then on this side we have a little dining room table. We don't need a big table since most of the time it's just me and Alex. So if you ever see this thing in the back of my videos, this is called a C-stand, and it's used for getting overhead shots of food and product photos, and it's very heavy, so I don't like to move it. I just keep it right here, and this is the table I use for photo shoots, so this is a great spot for it. And this shelf is not the prettiest thing, but it has been a lifesaver for kitchen storage. This window is one of my favorite things about the cottage. It lets in so much natural light, and it's such a good spot for photography and filming. And this table actually moves up and down, so I can either use it for extra counter space or I can use it as a desk. This is the kitchen. I think it's my favorite room in the house. We store all of our pots and pans in these cabinets, and I keep my spices up here. And I found this mini wicker cabinet on Facebook Marketplace for only $15, and I use it as my apothecary shelf. This is one of my favorite features in the kitchen. I've always wanted to have a kitchen with an open wall. It just adds so much character and it's so cute. So one of the things that is very quirky about this house is the ceilings are very low on the top of the landing. Alex is going to demonstrate how low. Oh, I just bumped my head. You can't stand up all the way, can you? Oh my gosh. But this is Alex's office / our TV room. We didn't have a good space for the TV downstairs, so we just decided to make kind of a game room, TV room up here on this side of the room. And then we have Alex's desk on the other side of the room. So even though the door is very low, this room actually has the highest ceiling in our whole house. So Alex's office is on this side, and then on the right side we have our bedroom / my office. I love working in this room because it's so bright and I love seeing the tree outside as I work. The cottage doesn't have air conditioning, but we bought these standing air conditioning units and they work really well. And this is our closet. Aside from the closet, we also use this dresser for extra storage, and I use this cart to store crafting supplies. I hope you enjoyed this little cottage tour, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.